Hi, I'm Dr. Clyde Wilson, and I'm in conversation with Jerry Horka, jerryhorka.com, who does body work, and has asked me about tissue change. I work in the field of nutrition, and so the question is directly on that topic. What can you do nutritionally to impact your tissues so that they change their quality and their vitality? The best way to give a concise, short answer to that, as opposed to an entire class, which I teach a lot of those, is to present the idea to you of the experience of your cells in your body. Since your organs, your tissues, are made up of families of cells working together, in order to make your organs, your organ systems, happy, you have to make your cells happy. What I have found to be a misconception that trips people up from taking care of their bodies nutritionally is actually quite simple, painfully simple, but is important to keep in mind regardless of how simple you think it is, and that is that happy cells make happy organs, make a happy person. So if we're going to focus on your cells, what is their experience? How do you make them happy so that collectively as a family you have happy organs and better tissue health? The answer is the bloodstream. Your cell's environment is the blood. That is what is supplying oxygen and nutrients, both micro and macro. So the micronutrients, the vitamins and minerals, phytonutrients from plants, that, if you have nutrient-dense foods, you will have those things. That's fairly clear. So you have a salad with dark and colorful fruits and vegetables in your day, then that is your micronutrient contribution to your cells. Where I find that most people make their mistake in optimizing their cell happiness and therefore their tissue health and vitality is with the macronutrients. Our cells can't store very much sugar or protein, which is why we have to be consistent in supplying those things. Fats, dietary fats, take a long time to process in our body. It can be 6 hours or more before some of the fats that we eat get to our cells. So the timing of when we eat dietary fats is not important. The total amount, the portions, the total calories, that can be important. So you don't want to overeat them, but you want to make sure you eat each type, the omega-3, omega-6, monounsaturated, clear. But the timing isn't that big a deal. The timing with carbohydrates and protein is critical to keep cells happy. That is where I find a lot of people are off track in terms of increasing the vitality of their tissues. So how do you address that problem? The most time sensitive is carbohydrates. The least time sensitive of these two is protein. So I'll start with that. For protein, all you need is consistency. If you've got protein every 6 hours that you're alive, your cells are very happy. If you go 12 hours without protein, like through the night as you're sleeping, that's fine. Just get a little bit of protein in the evening. Our protein sources are things that used to move or things that are produced by them. So contractile tissue like chicken or lean meats, or stuff that's produced by stuff that moves, like dairy. And I'm not speaking to the fats, is it full fat dairy, is it non-fat dairy? That's a fats question, which I talked about a minute ago. What I'm thinking about is the protein component of those foods. So you can go with very lean, very low fat sources. What's important here is the protein. That's the topic that I'm trying to focus on here. So we stay focused on that protein concept. You can use soy. Peanut butter has protein in it, but 5 times the amount of unsaturated fat. Healthy fat, good fats, good to eat peanut butter, but it's not the best protein in the world because you get 500 calories of peanut butter just to get 50 calories of effective protein. So if you're consistent with your protein, that's taken care of. Then the last piece is the trickiest. That's the carbohydrates. Your brain wants 400 to 500 calories of sugars a day, and if you don't supply at least some carbohydrate, digestible sugar calories, whether it's in the form of a carrot or a tomato, you know, your vegetables that are higher in calories, or fruit, which is higher in calories, or starches like potatoes and pasta, rice and bread. If you don't supply something, you can get in trouble. But eating the higher calorie versions of starches, rice, bread, potatoes, etc., can easily skyrocket your blood sugar, and then the insulin will clear it out into body fat, and you'll end up with a low blood sugar again, as if you hadn't eaten any carbohydrate at all. So now you've increased body fat and dropped your blood sugar so that your brain isn't functioning as well. You might even feel like you have to go to sleep an hour after lunch. It could be that bad. So you have to be very careful to dose your carbohydrates consistently in moderate amounts so that that never happens. So in conclusion, what we need for tissue health and vitality of our tissues is to improve the cell health and the vitality of the cell. And the way that you do that is by optimizing your blood chemistry, the oxygen delivery, the nutrient delivery. Not should I or should I not eat pizza, but how do I space my pizza out? How much salad do I have to add to the pizza to slow down its digestion so it comes into the bloodstream slowly and I have a stable blood sugar? It isn't what you're eating that matters. It's your bloodstream that matters. And you can eat relatively unhealthy foods like pizza and have the digestion slow enough that the nutrients come in slow enough that your cells absorb it and use it. And that makes the unhealthy food much healthier for you. But if you just indiscriminately eat whatever comes your way and whatever your friends are eating and whatever the restaurant serves you, it is unlikely that you will have stable blood chemistry that leads to happy cells, that leads to tissue health and vitality. So that's the message that I wanted to share with you. And I look forward to hearing from you, either digitally or in person. You can connect with me through my website, which is drclydewilson.com. That's Dr. Clyde, Clyde, Wilson.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.